Moments ago, we got it. Apple above 467.77, making it a $2 trillion market cap. Guys, it's kind of, it's a momentous moment. You got Tim Cook, 9 years as CEO, officially now a billionaire himself, guiding a company with market cap larger than the GDP of many, many countries. And, John, a reflection of how quarantining and COVID has really changed the game for mega cap tech.
It sure is, Carl, and I can't help but think, October 5th, 2011. Back in October 2011, the stock was in the 50s. It's up more than 8.5 times from then. That's when Steve Jobs passed away. And anybody will tell you, Tim Cook will be first to say that this is still a company, Apple, with the soul of Steve Jobs. Here is a guy who had this idea about design, about vertical integration, about crafting technology for everyday life. And people were telling him he was wrong for a long time. Microsoft had the right model. Apple had the wrong model. But the iPhone and the businesses that they built on top of it, from the App Store to the iPad, now the Mac is taking on custom design chips from Apple along these same lines, has grown this company into something. You can only imagine what Steve Jobs would say. He sent an internal email the day that Apple passed Dell's market cap to mark that occasion. This is something on an entirely different level, Carl.
And it's worth noting that Apple became, of course, the first company to reach $1 trillion in market cap. That was just about a year ago. Now $2 trillion. That puts them as if they were a standalone stock exchange, if their market cap was a standalone stock exchange in this world, that would put them just behind the TMX and just ahead of Germany in terms of the largest stock exchange in the world, ranking number 10. This, of course, represents about 10% of the market cap on the New York Stock Exchange and about 13% of the market cap on the NASDAQ. Those two are the largest by market cap. So, all that we've learned about the law of large numbers, you can kind of throw it out the window.
Breaking the law.
When you look at Apple, you're breaking the law here in terms of math when you look at just what Apple's been able to accomplish in the span of about a year, Carl.
It's been unbelievable. John, I always think back to, remember when Cook was sort of in line? He was running operations, obviously a master logistics expert. And at the time, I remember one of the quips was that Steve Jobs' greatest creation was not the iPad or the iPhone or the iPod. It was Tim Cook. And it took a while for the market to come around to that. And then, as we said, COVID, the stay-at-home era, the reliance on digital, the reliance on technology, and Wi-Fi sort of put that game into turbo boost.
Yeah, Steve Jobs sure knew how to put a team together and how to switch around that team when it was necessary. Tim Cook is one of those people who he never switched out. It's interesting. Tim Cook was at IBM before he was at Apple, and he had some skills and has some skills that Steve Jobs just weren't his strong suit. The logistics is part of that. Tim Cook hates inventory. That's not necessary. He helped really streamline that. Tim Cook is diplomatic at a level that Steve Jobs just wasn't. You can see Tim Cook playing to multiple stakeholders and constituencies in a way that Steve Jobs really didn't seem to have patience for. But I'll tell you, Apple's place in technology right now, so hard to pin down. Today, it's almost $500 billion in market cap above Microsoft. Now, just a few weeks ago, it was neck and neck with Microsoft.